Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to be going over the Podia website builder, where I'm going to show you how to design a website from scratch and overall just give you an idea about how their builder works. If you'd like to follow along or just simply test out Podia, I will leave a link down below, and if you click that, they actually come with a free plan and the website is going to be a free aspect of that, which is always a good thing. Let's begin. So up at top we have the site tab. We're going to click on that and click on edit site. And in case this is the first time creating your website, if you go to click that, it'll ask you a few things like what type of website do you want? What is the name? You can always change that around in the settings if needed. So the reason why you don't see it on my screen is because I already went through that. So it is going to be a drag and drop builder. And overall, it's pretty simple to use. I've used a lot of website builders. I wouldn't say that there's too many advanced or fancy features, but you're not always going to be needing that, especially when you just want to broadcast or showcase what you're all about, what you have to offer, and so on and so forth. So the biggest thing here, anytime you want to add a section, we're going to click on the plus little button right here, okay? Upon doing that, we're going to notice we have what we want on the left side. So if you look, we have a bio, we have an email form, text, image, featured, grid, links, FAQs, testimonials, categories, and of course, plans. So something to keep in mind, if you just want to throw an image in there, you can utilize image like this. Did I click on image? I believe I did. There we go. We can put it in here. Let's just say we wanted to do an island. We're talking about marketing island. Okay. And of course, we can have some text right here as well. So if we scroll down right here, we can see where this image is and of course the text. So maybe we want to introduce ourselves. Maybe you want to say like this is going to be the person. So I'm just going to search, business person, something like that. You can obviously use your very own. All right, and that one's going to be a little bit bigger. So what we can do is go to design, and for the width, make it a little bit smaller. In fact, what I can do, I don't know why I have this picture. I can just use my own. Let me add in my own real quick. There we go, much better. And of course, with our design, this is how we're going to make it much bigger, much smaller. I'd say something like that. Okay, perfect. We have our content here. And of course, this is going to be our image and our text. So say like, welcome to Marketing Island. This would be like our text. Allow me 1 second. I'm going to enter this in. All right, so here we talk about absolutely anything online business related, from software to lead generation to sales and so much more. Okay, that's just an example of utilizing that. We can click on close there. So that would be one section. Let's say we want to add another one. We can click on the plus here. We do have our bio, our email form, image, featured, grid. Let me show you how the grid actually works. So what we can do is utilize a grid where we have specific aspects in the top, bottom, and of course we can change these around. So if we want to add a new item, we can do that. Of course, this is going to be the top grid. So say like what we specialize in, okay? Okay, and this is just kind of like filler text. I'm not saying you should obviously do it this way, more so giving you an example about how you can create specific text box, add specific sections and so on and so forth. So we have our first item right here. And if you want to see which item it's going to be, just type in like one or anything else. As you can see, I did that before. I added a B there and the B shows up here. So this is going to be this section right here. So let's just talk about software. And I'm going to add a little description. Okay, get the latest and most updated video reviews and tutorials for marketing software. Let's go back here. Of course, next we're going to have our second item, which can be, let's see, right here. Now let's add traffic generation. And once again, I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, so need help starting from scratch when building websites or YouTube channels? I've got you covered. And of course, let's go back. And I think you get the idea here, the item here. Just first thing off the top of my head, I'm going to go with lead generation. And of course, a blurb here about lead generation. Okay, and we're going back there. So that's how you can add that specific type of section in. Oops. Of course, if you want to take a look what it looks like, we have our homepage. There's going to be colors, font. Okay, and also there's going to be the homepage section, right? You can click on here for pages if you want to add a new page. We have some of our products, our categories, checkout success, and of course, privacy policy, terms of service, and all where the settings are going to be down right here. So let's go through what else we can do. Let's say we want to add a product in. So what we could do is featured. We have categories, plans, FAQs, links, grid. Let's go with featured here. We can choose a product, and I'm going to go with my community. So we have Marketing Island. This could be a way of pretty much just putting that out there if someone wanted to join. So we can utilize this image. We can give it a custom name, custom description. Let's do that real quick. Okay, let's talk about what's working right now with online marketing. Join now, preview. Of course, I'm just using this as a placeholder, but that looks pretty good. And just kind of wanted to go through and see if there's any other bigger sections. Text and image is pretty self-explanatory. Grid links, FAQs. Let's add an FAQ, say at the bottom, frequently asked questions. So you've got questions, we've got answered. Let's go to the first one. Something like that. Okay, we're just testing it out. I am going to just do it one more time. So we can actually go here. If we don't want this one, we can just click on delete. Okay, so in case you weren't sure how to do that. And then let's go to this other one right here. Anything online marketing related. Okay. And I think that's going to be most of the important and big sections that you can add in. So links, testimonials. I'll just put that in there in case you want to see what it looks like. Oops, there we go. And of course, this is where you can add in. Let's say I want to add my picture in here. Let's go to Reese. Let's change this. Let's go with a person. Okay, there we are. I guess, if you wanted to change that around, that's how you would do that. And of course, those are testimonials. Okay, and aside from hitting done, I forgot you also have to hit publish as well. So I'm going to do that. Then I can click on view site. Okay, so like I said, pretty bland, pretty standard, but that's fine. I think adding in more pictures, changing around the colors, that's going to be more an aesthetics thing and what you're looking to specifically do. So if we click on this, it has a drop down. I like that. Nice little touch. Testimonials. And of course, let's just say we want to preview this. Okay, let's preview. And you're just going to see some of the topics that I put in when I created a community. Okay. And just like that, that is how you can go about creating a website using their website builder. Overall, I like the simplicity of it. The fact that there's not a whole lot of advanced things, I think is going to make your life a whole lot easier. Like I've talked about previously, I've used a lot of website designers, builders, drag and drop editors. And usually when there's actually a little bit less features, it's less, I guess you could say clutter for your mind. It's less to learn. I think that's the good way of phrasing it. And because of that, that can allow you to get up and running very quickly as opposed to putting so much attention sometimes on minute details, or what I like to call majoring in the minors. This is all about finding this section that you want, adding it in there, putting in the text, adding the pictures, changing it around, maybe adding your products, your courses, your communities, whatever it's going to be. And of course, you can always tweak it around and change it from there. But hope you got some value when it comes to this video about the Podia website builder, where you can design a website yourself. If you would like to do that, check out the link in the description for their free plan where you can utilize this website builder. If you have any questions, that's what the comment section is for down below. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.